All-time high. Today we finally did it. Bitcoin reached its previous all-time high price, and today we're going to talk a little bit about what's been going on. So without further ado, let's jump straight into the chart. As you can see on the 1 minute chart on the Binance Tether price, we can see that Bitcoin did actually surpass its previous all-time high. What's been really interesting though is the massive rejection that we've had since then, and you can see we've had maybe like a 5% pullback since then, and I kind of wonder whether or not this is like the moment where you have your last opportunities to really load up on some altcoins in future. I mean, this is what like the overall weekly chart looks like for Bitcoin, like clearly like hitting that resistance and kind of getting rejected. I wonder if we're gonna ever see something like a little bit of a pullback, maybe into the high 50s, and then kind of make a move back up, or whether or not we're just gonna come back a little bit and then fully recharge and go up to, you know, maybe in the 70s or whatever. Then we're in price discovery and we can go wherever we want. So yeah, that's been really interesting. I think the last couple of weeks, you could argue that the market's been very hot. But you know, one thing that's really interesting is that the market can be hot for a long time. And we actually saw this last cycle when we saw the fear and greed index like pretty much at extreme levels, extreme greed for 3 months. So I mean, this could happen, and you know, we could just continue to go up only. It does feel like this kind of move up from basically March 20th, basically all the way up to like a 12-month straight. Yes, we did have a couple of corrections, and those corrections are really when I think it's your last chance to really find good deals. We've had a long time to accumulate. This entire period was your accumulation zone, and like obviously we're way past that now. Most of your favorite alts are probably 3, 4, 5, some of them even 10x up. So let's see kind of where things go at the moment. But I think if we do see like, you know, this kind of if we do see this kind of pullback like we saw in 2021, where I think Bitcoin went down probably around 30%. Yeah. I mean, if we do see anything like that, I mean, I don't know if something like that is going to happen, but potentially eventually we will. I think that could be your last chance. Maybe even now with Bitcoin going down 5%, maybe we see alts drawing down 10%, 15%. Maybe. I mean, we don't know. Like I said, my alternative scenario is things just continue to go up only. One of the things that I'm really thinking about this cycle is the fact that now that we have the Bitcoin ETF, what if we don't get those same levels of corrections like we have done in previous cycles? We've got constant inflows coming in, $300 million, $400 million, $500 million coming in daily. All of that is going towards making Bitcoin strong. I mean, Bitcoin has been very strong in the last week or so. We did actually get Bitcoin dominance going to like 55%. Has come down a little bit since, but yeah, like I wonder if Bitcoin will just continue to be strong and maybe even get past this landmark that we've been looking at for a long time, this 57% mark. So we'll have to wait and see. Who knows? I think either way, the last couple of weeks have been really fun. One thing that we did actually see today was Binance launching WIF. We've been waiting for this for a long time. So the dog with the hat is now trading on Binance. There was a pretty deep correction on these dog coins, actually. I think we can see this here, actually. If I look at, just look at like the last 24 hours on like Pepe, Floki, Bonk, WIF, decent-ish correction. I mean, WIF did actually go to like $1.90, I believe, so decent-ish correction since that point. This was like earlier on today. But you can see, obviously, if you look at the column on the right-hand side, the 7-day, like, it's been meme coin season. Like, it is completely euphoric. I've been having fun like with some of the meme coins on Solana. Some of them I did well, some of them I didn't do so well on. Likewise on Blast, like some good stuff going on around here as well. And then also on Base. Where's Base? Here. Those have been like the 3 chains where I think all of this like meme coin activity has been going pretty crazy. potentially it's going to continue throughout the cycle. Actually, I think now especially we have clear signs that retail are here. I did write an issue in my newsletter basically talking about some of the different factors. Those are things like the velocity of increase of the Coinbase App Store ranking, the fact that people are making videos like this. And this is a lady who basically thinks that if Shiba goes to 1 cent, she's going to become a millionaire. I think also the fact that, just look at this, might sell my house and buy crypto. So meme coin mania, the Coinbase App Store ranking, and then also like things like my YouTube metrics. I think it's a clear sign that retail are back, especially the types of videos that they're watching, things related to airdrops. I think that is all a good sign, and I'm happy that retail are back, because hopefully that's going to eventually make our coins pump up. So last but not least, then let's take a look at the portfolio. I mean, nothing's really changed. I haven't changed any coins. Some coins have been pumping pretty nicely, which has been good, but generally I think we've had a correction. So I think we're a little bit down from where we were before. ETH remains to be the core holding of the portfolio, and then afterwards we've got Say, Gearbox, and Redacted. I think if there are tokens that I'm going to add, which I will be, I think those tokens will be related to what I've talked about time and time again, the sectors that I'm particularly interested in now. And those are things related to EigenLayer, things related to modularity, which at the moment I don't actually have much exposure to, so probably need to add some there. Things related to artificial intelligence, things related to decentralized physical infrastructure. I think those are probably like some of the main categories that I think are going to do really well in the coming 6 to 12 months. I haven't seen anything else to suggest otherwise. You could argue gaming also comes into that category too. Perhaps even Bitcoin ordinals, where I have been dabbling a little bit with the Bitcoin NFTs. So yeah, I think those are like probably 6 areas that I think are worth allocating towards, in my personal opinion. Of course, everyone's going to be different. And of course, this isn't financial advice. I could be completely wrong. But if you're going to ask me where I'm going to allocate, it's going to be those 6 areas. So that's probably where you'll see changes in my personal portfolio. And on top of that, that's probably where I think if we do see dips when it comes to Bitcoin, I do think like that's probably when I think altcoins could potentially pull back, and that's probably when I will think about buying. So yeah, Root2Fi actually mentioned, what are you buying? I mean, I don't think this dip is really big enough to be buying for me just yet. But either way, I'm allocated 95%. Things are looking pretty good. If things continue to rip up, I'm happy. If things pull back, maybe it'll be the last chance to basically add a little bit more. But I'm very happy with my allocation in the market right now. Try not to get ripped up by these memes. They can be easy to get yourself lost in. I certainly have exposure. I've certainly have experience with that. So yeah, that's all I'm going to cover today. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and we'll be back with another update probably in a couple of days' time.